Are you looking for a quick tour of Xero so you can decide whether or not it's the right system for you without investing too much of your precious time? Well, this is exactly the video you're looking for. My name is Jonathan Barham. I'm the founder of Raedan. We have been a Xero partner firm since 2010. We won the Xero Total Award. I am also Xero MVP and have served on the Xero Partner Advisory Council. We specialize in helping creative small business owners get a better relationship and understanding of their financial information. And we use Xero as a key part of that. Right, here we are in the Xero demo company where we're going to have a look at some of the key features that make Xero so great and a great choice for business owners when choosing a platform for their business finances. Now, we're going to try and keep this super condensed with the idea that this video is if you're currently at the stage of trying to work out which solution to use and you just want to get a little bit of an insight into how it looks, what it can do for you, and the core of how it works. So at the moment we're on the Xero dashboard and you can see we've got a menu at the top and down the main page we've got on the left hand side our bank accounts, a little bit of a cash flow graph, and on the right, if you have it set up, you get an account watch list and then a breakdown of the amounts owed to you and the amounts you owe out. And if you use expenses within Xero, you also get these expense claims at the bottom as well. So a great snapshot of some of the key information you need immediately at your fingertips. At the top, we've got the menu dashboard, business, which is your kind of bookkeeping or doing menu, so where you do the day-to-day work. Accounting, which is where you go get data out, but also set some of the kind of more financial settings within the back of Xero. And then you may have payroll and projects if you choose to use them. I'm not going to go through those today, but hopefully kind of self-explanatory. And then you get contacts. Contacts will auto-populate as you input invoices and bills and things. It will take the who part of where you're putting payments and it will create a contact automatically. It's always great to try and be really consistent with the naming. So you get lots of different types of contact with slightly different names, just because it makes reporting so much more powerful because you can see which of your clients is kind of spending the most with you or which of your suppliers you're spending the most with. On the right, the plus is a quick link to add things, invoices, bills, journals, whatever it might be. You've got the magnifying glass to search through all of Xero, notifications, the question mark is the usual help, and the 9 dots takes you to the Xero app marketplace if you want to add things onto Xero. Underneath your company name, you'll also see some settings and other bits and pieces and access to HubDoc. Now, HubDoc's important because the way Xero works is different from kind of many traditional accounting platforms. The idea with Xero is that you have bank feeds, or if you can't get a bank feed, you import the transactions into Xero. So on one side, you've got all of your bank data like a bank statement. Using HubDoc or Dext or Apron or Briefcase or one of those other add-ons, third-party apps, you then put in your paperwork. You snap photos of your coffee at the coffee shop. You forward the email from Amazon of your invoice or other supplier invoices in. That takes the data along with the image of that receipt. And then what you're doing in Xero is you're matching the two together. And what it does is effectively gamifies bank reconciliation. So you're no longer typing in dates and supplier names and categories and VAT amounts. All that's being done for you. And you're just kind of joining the dots to make sure that you've got an accurate financial record of what's going on in your business. So if we jump really quickly into the bank rec screen, what you'll see here is ideally, as I say, you would have a feed from your bank. Some banks, that feed updates constantly through the day. So you go out and buy a coffee in the morning, in the afternoon, you can deal with in Xero. Some take the previous day's transactions and import them all in the morning. So they're there when you log in at kind of 9, 10 o'clock. And what you can see is down the left, you've got your bank statement, and down the right, you're saying what you're doing with it. So in these instances where we've got green matches, this is where we've already got paperwork or an invoice in Xero, and we can match things. And you can see it's a very simple gamification. Now, you do need to obviously take care that you are matching correct things together. Xero isn't perfect at that matching part, so it needs human interaction, it needs thought, and it needs insight into the business. For transactions that don't have green matches, you have a choice to go back and get paperwork and put it in if it's missing, or you can manually enter by typing information into here and choosing the code of where things need to go so that you can then still post things across. So to get information in, you go to your doing menu, you've got invoices and bills, which is for your suppliers. Now, say, for example, we're going to choose an invoice. the two kind of invoice and bills both work very similarly. So if we jump into invoices, create a new invoice. When it's your first time round, you might need to create an invoice template, or you can simply choose the default and change the logo. We put in who our client are, ABC Furniture, put in the dates, due dates if you need to, invoice number, a reference if necessary. You can also manage online payment systems if you have any, and then you can come down and put in information around whatever it is you've done for your client, and it will pre-populate everything for you, including the VAT, ready to either approve and email out, or you can save and close and come back to it. And it's really that super simple. So if I just approve this for now, I now have a new invoice in the system, which I can come back and send out later when I'm ready. Finally, we'll jump into the account menu and just very quickly look at one of the reports. This is the profit and loss, and probably the most common one that people do look at when they are looking at their financials. It shows the income and the costs of the business, and at the bottom, the profit that's included. We can also show you, and you'll find in another video, that you can add a kind of rough tax calculation into this by creating a custom report. And that can be super useful to help you make sure that you are putting aside enough kind of tax into a cash pot somewhere, so that when you hit the end of the year, you're able to make those tax payments. Anything in blue is typically kind of able to be drilled down into. If you want to have a look at what's gone into a certain kind of category in terms of spend, you can drill down, find more information, and work out what's going on. There are loads of pre-built reports inside Xero, but as I said, you can run through and customize them and create other reports that are relevant to you and your business. There's some really super powerful stuff you can do to make sure that you've got all the data you need to make good decisions for your business right at your fingertips, and then have them all saved as custom reports. You can also submit your VAT return to HMRC under the new Making Tax Digital rules, and Xero is really, really good at dealing with VAT. And so you can see once you go through the setup of TD, you'll be able to submit those digital VAT returns into HMRC, and that's another job off your plate. So yeah, for us, Xero is absolutely the number one choice for small business owners, and I hope this quick tour has shown you a kind of little bit of an insight into both how Xero works, how it looks, and helps you on your journey as you're working out what the right solution is for your business. Thanks.